Hi everybody, welcome to Module 1. This is an introduction video to give you an overview of what to do in Module 1. My hope is that we will be able to complete this in one video, but there's a possibility I will have to have a part 2. So let's get started. Okay, hopefully you had the opportunity to listen to my overview video in the Getting Started module. If you haven't, please jump over and listen to this first, as it gives a full overview of what to expect throughout the course and just kind of the breakdown. This video will just go over Module 1. So in this video, you are in the right place. You are going to, we're just going to go through everything that you can expect. As mentioned in my overview video, this is an open education resource course, which means we do not have a required textbook. All course reading, required reading, is loaded in each module. So whenever a new module starts, you will look here under module resources and you will find the readings that will correlate with that module. Whenever you see module reading, please know that that is the equivalent to our textbook. So module reading 1, we have 2 module readings in this, this week. We have introduction as well as selecting. So they are 2 different chapters, if you will. So you'll want to read the introduction chapter and then read the selecting books chapter. So these are our main required readings. Every once in a while in a module, I will have additional supplementary resources. So you can see here I have Defining Children's Literature and Book Format Genre. This is just for continued learning, continued information. No assignments are based off of these, but I put them in here because I do think that they can be helpful. This link here, which is the Miller article, this is what you will be using to complete your literacy autobiography that is due our first week of the class. So the literacy autobiography is directly correlated with this link. Our Good Books link is just kind of giving you an overview of the Good Books resource, and you're welcome to use that as you will. So once you've kind of gone through and located the 2 readings for the week, and actually 3 required because we have the Miller article, you will come down here to module assignments. Here is my videos that I have. And our first reading organizer is due Sunday this week. Now, this is the only time in the course that you will have a reading organizer due on Sunday. Going forward, you can expect that reading organizers are always due on Tuesdays. But because we are a flex start, we needed to make a few things due our week 1. So I'm going to go over the reading organizer for you. This is going to be the same format throughout the entire semester. So when you click on the reading organizer, it will ask you to make a copy, like so. You will click Make a Copy, and it will be opened for you. You will want to put your name and the date. Notice this says Module 1 Reading Organizer for Introduction to Children's Literature. That means that this reading organizer is directly related to our first reading of the week, which is introduction. So you will only use this reading to answer your reading organizer number 1. These questions are exactly the same in every reading organizer. The only thing that is different is the readings that you will be completing. Each question should be about 75 to 100 words in paragraph form, and please make sure that you are watching your sentences, grammar, and spelling, and so on. Question number 1, describe a concept idea from the reading that reinforced or expanded something that you already knew before engaging with the text. This is something that you were already aware of about maybe children's literature, the introduction to children's literature. You can use these sentence starters, but you do not have to. I think they're helpful. So sentence starters such as, before reading the text, I knew something about children's literature, and you can explain that. However, the text reinforced or expanded my knowledge by, and then you will want to reflect on the text to see how it reinforced or expanded your knowledge. Question number 2. What do you think was the most important concept or idea shared in the text? It must be different from what you stated above in question 1. You can use this sentence starter. Of all the ideas included in the text, I think the most important thing was because. Feel free to use your own sentence starter, but I think these are helpful. And then finally, there were multiple try-its, read-its, and watch-its extensions included in the text. Identify one, try it, read it, or watch it, and explore the suggested learning from the extension. Please describe your experience and learning from the extension below. Every single reading has a read it, try it, or watch it. So let's jump back and see where we can find that. If we click on Introduction here, we'll go through the readings, and you can see that it's really beautifully laid out. And as we scroll through, it's just regular readings, and eventually we will come across something like this. This is a try it. Examine the most loved children's book infographic from the USC Rosé School of Education. How many of your favorites are on this list? What books do you think are missing? So you would explore this and then answer that question in the reading commentary, or excuse me, in the RGO in question number 3. If you don't like that try it, you can continue on. Maybe you would rather go with something like this. Read The Big No-No by Jeffrey Hayes online. Why do you think this book might appeal to beginning readers? So you'd read you would read The Big No-No, and then you would answer that question in the RGO. Okay, every single reading has these read-its, try-its, or watch-its. You will never have a reading that does not. So writing in number 3, I did not see any read-its, try-its, or watch-its, will result in 0 points for that question because they are all in, something is loaded in every reading. Okay, once you have completed the reading organizer, you've answered these 3 questions, you can then share with me. Remember, if you share it, you need to change the restrictions, make it anyone with the link can view, and then you can send me the link, or you can just paste it in the in Canvas. Okay, that is due every week, but for this week, week 1, we have as I scroll down here, we have our introduction reading organizer. This is due Sunday of week 1 with all of your introduction activities. We also have a literacy autobiography, which I'll go over in a minute. And then Tuesday, week 2 of our course, we have a second reading organizer. This reading organizer, again, will be the same questions, but it will be directly related to the selecting books reading. Okay, so it can be confusing, but just remember Sunday is introduction, Tuesday is selecting books. Going forward, you can expect, and I'll show you here in Module 2 really quick, module reading organizers are always due Tuesday, and there's only one due in a normal week. Okay, I want to go over the literacy autobiography. This is due Sunday of week 1 with your introduction activities. First, you will read the Miller article, as I showed you in the course resources, and it's going to help you understand the various types of readers. There are multiple types of readers in this article. It's very interesting. I think you will enjoy it. Same process, you will make a copy. And here is the template. You are free to start writing on it. After you've read the article, based on the types of readers identified in Everybody is a Reader, what type of reader are you? And give specific examples to support your response. You must read the article and discuss the various readers from that article and be specific, use personal examples. Number 2, how has your identity as a reader changed over time? Use details and examples to support your response. If you don't think your identity has changed, why do you think that is? You can type directly in here. The assignment will grow with you as you type. Number 3, are you comfortable with who you are as a reader? Why or why not? And then just explain that. So that is part A. Part B, you're going to illustrate your literacy development. You can see down here you have to choose 3. There are 4 options to choose from, so one of them you will not do. The first option is think back and describe a reading memory that you have. This could be reading with a parent or grandparent or someone special as a child. This could be reading an awesome book in high school that you loved because you loved your instructor and it was just a great experience. This could be reading with your own child. So just something that was a great memory for you, and you would write that here. The next option is decide on a storybook character that you can relate to and describe the character and why you relate to him or her. So for example, if you loved Harry Potter and you really feel like you relate to him or any of the characters within that book, you could then pick a character and describe their traits and how they relate to you. The other choice is make a graph of the highs and lows of your reading experiences from early to now. Include at least, I want to put 5 events, I don't know why that wasn't there, and their description on your graph. So if you are a graph numbers person, this might be you. And you will explain that in your response. And then the last one is interview someone who knew you as a young reader. This could be a parent, a sibling, aunt or uncle, a grandparent, a good friend. Interview them and see what they have to say about what kind of reader you are and what you liked and disliked. And then you would explain that interview in one of your options here. So that is part B, but then there is part C. You need to gather artifacts. So if you chose 3 of your choices here, you want to illustrate each one. So this would be including actual images or digital items. You can paste them below, or you can include additional submissions if you want to turn it in on a different page. For your reading memory, you might want to include a picture of that memory if you have it, or just a picture of something that might represent your memory. So if it was a picture of you and you loved reading with your mom as a child, you could just find a stock image of a mom and a child reading. Doesn't have to be specifically that memory. Storybook character is really easy. Find a picture of that character and include that here, or book. An interview with someone. This would be a picture of you with the person you interviewed, or a picture or PDF of their interview response. So if you did the interview over text and you didn't get a picture of the 2 of you, you could take a screenshot of the text. If you interviewed on Zoom, you could take a screenshot of your Zoom picture. If you were interviewed somebody face-to-face, take a selfie. And submit that here. And then highs and lows, this is where you would submit the actual graph of the graph that you created. So if you choose the graph, you'll discuss the graph in one of the options, and then actually create and submit the graph here. So your images should be here on this page, or if you want to submit to a second submission, that's fine. You will just submit that here. Okay. That is the literacy autobiography. That is due week 1 on Sunday. I am just about to run out of time, so I am going to dive into a second video. And in that video, I will quickly go over the reading commentary, what to do there, how to access books, as well as the service learning orientation and what's upcoming for service learning. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you have any questions after reviewing this video and video number 2, please email me through Canvas. Have a great first module, everyone.